Next, Turkey's defense minister says the country is determined to carry out a military offensive in the northwest. Now, the minister is citing an increasing threat posed by Syrian Kurdish fighters. One of Ankara's targets is Afrin, in a Kurdish-held enclave. Now, for more on this, let's cross to France 24's Jasper Mortimer in Ankara. Jasper, tell us more then about the defense minister's statement. Really, what are the implications moving forward?
Yes, I think Minister Nurettin Canuklu was basically responding to what has been said about the operation. Yesterday, the US State Department urged Turkey not to invade northern Syria and fight the Kurds, but to focus just on the Islamic State and other Islamic extremists. A former Turkish civil servant published an article in the press this week saying this operation would not happen. He said the Russians wouldn't allow it. The Russians, like the Americans, have their own working relationship with the Kurds. The most respected Turkish Kurdish politician has told the press that the Kurds of Afrin have never threatened Turkey, and if Turkey goes in there and clobbers them, then the Turkish government would incur the undying enmity of Turkish Kurds. They would not forgive the government for this. So I think basically today, Minister Canuklu was saying, hey, this operation is going to go ahead. We are going to do it. And we are already shelling Afrin with artillery shells in preparation for the incursion.
Indeed, Jasper, you mentioned the fact that shelling is already taking place. Now, we did have Turkey seek approval from Russia, this to carry out airstrikes in the area. What more do we know about yesterday's meeting?
Yes, yesterday the Chief of General Staff and the head of Turkish intelligence flew to Moscow for discussions with the Russians, simply because the Russians control the airspace of northern Syria. Russian aircraft could destroy Turkish tanks as they roll across the plains of Afrin. We don't know what has come out of it. And if the Russians imposed limits on the Turkish operation because of their understanding with the Kurds of northern Syria, it would be stupid for the Turks to publicize those limits because they would be telling their enemies where they can hide. I just want to say something about this whole affair. You know, in 2015, I went into northern Syria and I met a Syrian Kurdish commander and Syrian Kurdish officials. And I got the impression that they do want a Kurdish autonomous zone in northern Syria, that's for sure. But they also know that to build that zone, they're going to need Turkish construction companies, Turkish materials, trade with Turkey. In short, they do not want a confrontation with Turkey. And so it's rather sad that things have got to this stage. This could have been handled better.
Jasper, thank you for that. Jasper Mortimer joining us there from Ankara.